Hey guys, Eric here with 1824 Ministry. Last week we talked about Job. Today we're going to wrap that series up, so this is Job Part 2. Quick recap of last week, we talked about how Job was a man who was right in every way. He loved God, he loved others, he had everything going for him. And then Satan challenged God and says, he's only doing this because of what you gave him. And God says, he's stronger than this, he's going to keep doing this, regardless of what you do to him. And real quick, last week we talked in Job 1:20. It says, "At this Job got up, tore his robe off, and shaved his head, then fell to the ground in worship and said, 'Naked I came from my mother's womb, and naked I will depart. The Lord gave, and the Lord has taken away. May the name of the Lord be praised.' And all this Job did not sin by charging God with wrongdoing." So Job never sinned. He gave glory to God no matter what happened to him. So that's kind of where we left off. This week we're going to jump to Job 2. And so go ahead right here, Job 2, verse 1, if you guys want to follow along. 2:1. "On another day the angels came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan also came to present with them. And the Lord said to Satan, 'Where have you come from?' Satan answered to the Lord, 'From roaming through the earth, going back and forth in it.' Then the Lord said to Satan, 'Have you considered my servant Job? There is no one on earth like him. He is blameless and upright, a man who fears God and shuns evil, and he still maintains his integrity, though you incited me against him to ruin him without any reason.'" Right there God says, no matter what you did, he still maintains his integrity, and he still offers up Job to Satan. Satan comes back with, "Skin for skin," Satan replied. "A man will give all he has for his own life. But now stretch out your hand and strike his flesh and bones. He will surely curse you to your face." So Satan's saying, "You're right, I took away what he had. Let me hurt him, let me have him. Not what he has, let me have him." Then the Lord replied to Satan, "Very well then, he is in your hands, but you must spare his life." So God said, "Very well, Satan, do what you must. I know my servant is stronger than this." 2:7 says, "So Satan went out from the presence of the Lord and afflicted Job with painful sores on the soles of his feet to the crown of his head. Job took a piece of broken pottery and scraped himself with it as he sat among the ashes. His wife said to him, 'Are you still maintaining your integrity? Curse God and die.' He replied, 'You're talking like a foolish woman. Shall we accept the good from God and not trouble?' And all this Job did not sin by what he said." Job says, should we only accept what's good and not what's bad? God puts good things in our life. God also puts bad things in our life for a reason, to learn from. And Job is saying here, it's wrong just to take what's good. The good comes with the bad. So, in all this, Job did not sin. He is still blameless. He is still maintaining his integrity. So we're going to skip, the book of Job has a lot of dialogue between it, so if you guys, I encourage you to read it, but it would take a very long time to go through all that, so we're going to skip to the end of Job. So Job 42, verse 10. This is the very ending of Job, the very ending of the story. So 42, verse 10. "After Job had prayed for his friends, the Lord restored his fortune and gave him twice as much as he had before. All his brothers and sisters and everyone who had known him before came and ate with him in his house. They confronted and consoled him over the troubles the Lord had brought on him, and each one gave him a piece of silver and a gold ring. The Lord blessed the later part of Job's life more than his former part. He had 14,000 sheep, 6,000 camels, 10,000 yoke of oxen, and 1,000 donkeys. He also had 7 sons and 3 daughters. Nowhere in all the land were they found women as beautiful as Job's daughter, and their father granted them an inheritance along with their brothers. After this, Job lived 140 years. He saw his children and their children to the 4th generation, and so Job died an old man, full of years." No matter what happened, Job never gave up on God. A lot of times in our generation, people blame God for the bad things that are happening, and they don't take the good with the bad. A lot of times people blame God for things that they caused upon themselves. And a lot of times people would give up on God. And when people give up on God, God is crying for us. He's saying, I want you. I sent my son to die for you. And oftentimes we don't think about that. We just think about our own needs. But if we could be a little bit more like Job, where Job gave everything to God. He gave glory to God in his troubles and in his blessings. And he was blessed even greater because of it. Because of his hardship, God blessed him. And a lot of times we don't think about that. We just live in the now. We never realize things are going to get better. Things will always get better with God on your side. Alright guys, till next week.